Now, I know there's been times in my life, and still sometimes today, where I feel like no matter what I do, like it's never enough, and somehow I'm inherently unworthy of love or being cared for. So what we're going to do today is just try some gentle tapping to work through some of this. We're going to tap through that pain of perhaps not feeling loved or cared for, help you to perhaps release some old beliefs or patterns and really reconnect with that sense of self-worth, because that is the inherent truth, is like you are enough and you are lovable just the way you are. Okay, so let's tap into that. So get yourself nice and comfortable where you're sitting. We're going to start with a nice deep breath in through the nose, nice big inhale, and then slowly out through the mouth. And then start tapping on the side of the hand, repeating after me either in your mind or out loud. Even though part of me believes that I'm not really lovable, and I've carried this for so long, I honour these feelings and I'm open to offering myself compassion. Even though there's been times I didn't feel seen or cared for, and that's left me really doubting my worth and value, I'm open to gently healing that old story. Even though there's still some parts of me that feel unworthy of love, I choose to deeply and completely love, honour and accept myself, or I'm learning to. Eyebrow point. Sometimes I feel so unloved, forgotten about. Side of the eye, like no one really sees me or cares about me. I know this can be quite activating. Just keep tapping and breathing. Under the eye, why do I feel so unloved? It's not a nice feeling. Under the nose, I wish I felt like I was enough. Chin point, but these old memories kind of whisper, you don't matter. Collarbone, and somewhere down the line I learned to really doubt myself, doubt my worth. Under the arm, where I felt small, unworthy, not enough. Top of the head, and it hurts so much, so painful. Eyebrow, I try to earn love or care by giving everything, doing everything, being everything. Side of the eye, trying to be perfect. Under the eye, and sometimes I pull away to protect myself, but it feels like no one even notices. Under the nose, I wish someone would care, would reassure me and love me. Chin point. It's so exhausting feeling this way. Collarbone, and it feels like no matter how much I try, it still doesn't feel like enough. under the arm. And maybe there are still some old beliefs weighing me down. That could be true. Top of the head. And maybe I do feel unloved, but that doesn't mean that people don't love and care about me. So let's repeat that one again. Maybe I do feel unloved, but that doesn't mean that people don't love and care about me. Well done. Okay, eyebrow points. What if feeling unloved is not my fault? Side of the eye. What if at some time in the past the love I needed just wasn't available? Under the eye. And that doesn't mean I was unlovable. Repeat that again. That doesn't mean that I was unlovable. Under the nose. Maybe I wasn't given love and care in the way that I should have been. Chin points. Maybe I was a child who deserved more. Collarbone. And if that's true, then I really honour that child in me. Under the arm. I send them compassion. Top of the head, and I remind them that they were always worthy of love. They were always worthy of love. Eyebrow points. I don't have to carry this old story. Side of the eye. I can tend to these old wounds with care, attention, time. Under the eye, I can start to believe in my own worth. You can start to believe in your own worth. Under the nose, even if it feels new and unfamiliar. Chin points. I'm learning to trust that I am enough. Collarbone points. I can open to love without abandoning myself. So we're going to just tune in a little bit here. So keep tapping on the collarbone points. Take a breath first of all, in through the nose. Out through the mouth. And close your eyes if that feels safe and comfortable to do so. If not, just soften your gaze. And you don't need to say anything out loud here. Just let these words kind of wash over you. And sometimes the reason that we feel unloved is because our needs weren't fully met when we were small, and that wasn't your fault. That wasn't your fault. I felt this too. I know how hard it is. And just remind yourself, like, it wasn't because you weren't enough. You were always enough. You were always lovable. Maybe the people that were around you could only give you what they had at the time. And yes, that really hurts and it's not fair. But it doesn't define your worth. Just remember, the truth is that you were lovable then and you are lovable now. And you don't have to prove it to anyone. You just are. You just are worthy. You are enough. You're worthy of being cared for. You're being worthy of that tenderness, kindness and love, just the way you are. And here's something that you can remember as well. Even if love wasn't always available before, you don't have to close your heart now. You can still allow that love in, and you can allow it out again. That kind of flow of love in and from your heart. You know, it's safe to give love freely, without fear. Just as it's safe to receive love freely, without fear. You can receive that love without needing to earn it, be perfect. Your heart is safe. It's capable of both giving and receiving love. And each time you open up your heart, you really strengthen your ability to love and be loved. Each time you open your heart, you strengthen your ability to love and be loved. You are loved. You can really invite that loving energy into your heart now. Open your heart and really invite that love in. And you can imagine that as a beautiful, loving, swirling energy in your heart, swirling around, tending to the hurt with such gentleness and care. Let that swirling energy really brush against any pain, softly and lovingly. This loving energy swirling oh so slowly and softly in your heart, filling your heart up with lightness and flow, letting it settle there softly. Let love be at home in your heart. Let it be at home there. Know you are loved. Well done. Open your eyes. So really let that love be there for the rest of this tapping, okay? So we're going to go now to under the arm point, back to repeating out loud or in your mind. I can care for myself in the way I always needed. I can care for myself in the way I needed. Top of the head, because I am lovable and I always was. Okay, let's do one last round now. Eyebrow point, I choose to see and feel my worth. Side of the eye, I am lovable just the way I am. You are lovable just the way you are, by the way. Under the arm, I honour my sensitivity and my strength. Under the nose, I release all those old stories of not enough. Bye, they can go. Chin point, I allow love to flow towards me. I allow love to flow from me. Collarbone point. I give myself the love I always deserved. So you can remember giving that love kind of looks like that self-care really, you know, self-kindness, self-nurturing, giving that love out freely, unconditionally, without expectation. And that includes unconditional love for yourself. Under the arm, I matter. You matter. Top of the head, I am enough. I am lovable. I am whole. Let's say that one again. I am enough. I am lovable. I am whole. There's nothing missing. So stop tapping, place your hands on your heart, take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale. So just notice, tuning in, maybe something feels a bit softer. Maybe there's a bit of space opening inside, or a little spark that can be nurtured. So I want you today to really tend to that gentle, loving heart of yours, okay? Really look after yourself. If this brought you some comfort or insight, then do leave me a comment or a heart emoji just to let me know that you are here. I always love to know when people have been tapping with me. Sending love from my heart to yours. Thank you for tapping with me. Take care.